Hello, let me introduce budget preparation for local administrative organizations. The Budget Bureau, under the Office of the Prime Minister, has a mission for preparing strategic budgets at the regional level, proposing policies and guidelines for budget allocation according to regional development plans, and promoting public participation. The process of budget management at the local level, it employs mechanisms to prepare budgets for local administrative organizations to ensure that funds reach the regional and local levels for the benefit of the people. The Budget Bureau has regional offices including Area Budget Office 1 to 18, serving as key mechanisms in the budget management process at the regional level for local administrative organizations, aimed at fostering development and addressing issues for the people in the area. By establishing criteria and procedures for submitting budget requests by local administrative organizations to provide clear guidelines for budget preparation as follows. Criteria, procedures, and timelines for submitting expenditure budget requests by local administrative organizations. 1. Adopt the sufficiency economic philosophy as a conceptual framework, considering the country's economic conditions, social equity, government policies, necessities, and responsibilities of local administrative organizations to ensure efficiency, cost-effectiveness in budget spending, and effectiveness in management. 2. To drive national development towards achieving the vision, Thailand is secure, prosperous, and sustainable, a developed country through development based on the sufficiency economic philosophy. Local administrative organizations shall use the national strategy, master plans, and related development plans as conceptual frameworks for driving projects and operations. 3. Emphasize public participation and the needs of local population, starting from project proposals under community development plans and local administrative organization development plans, including the tasks that must be carried out in the area to ensure fair distribution, adhering to principles of transparency and accountability. 4. Consider gender equality by addressing necessities and ensuring equitable resource distribution, responding to the needs of people in society. 5. The submission of expenditure budget proposals. Local administrative organizations shall prioritize tasks based on urgency and readiness for implementation. If legal procedures are required, such as compliance with urban planning or environmental regulations, local administrative, these must be completed before submitting budget expenditure requests. They must prepare plans for equipment and construction needs, including a complete inventory of existing equipment and structures. Additionally, they shall consider past budget expenditures, spending capacity, and the ability to incur commitments within the fiscal year when evaluating budget expenditure requests. 6. Support and promote the use of innovative products and services according to the Thai Innovation List by requesting a budget expenditures for the procurement of such products at a ratio of no less than 30% of the total demand for budget recipient unit. 7. Review the mission, vision, service goals, outputs, projects, and indicators to reflect the achievements of local administrative organizations in alignment with national strategies and other related plans, and linking the strategy for allocating the annual expenditure budget with the program structure as prescribed by the Budget Bureau. 8. Present the objectives, necessity, expected outcomes or benefits, work plan, budget expenditure plan, and medium-term expenditure framework (MTEF) forecast, along with a report on a status and plan for the use of off-budget funds in the format prescribed by the Budget Bureau. 9. For budgetary commitment items exceeding one fiscal year with a value of 1 billion baht or more, submit to the Cabinet for approval before submitting the budget requests. 10. Local administrative organizations that can use off-budget funds should prioritize off-budget funds or remaining accumulated funds they use for local administrative mission implementation, particularly for special grant items with a unit amount of 10 million baht or more, with at least 10% of the off-budget funds to be contributed. 11. Use the observations of the ad hoc committee reviewing the draft annual expenditure budget from the previous year as a guideline in preparing the budget expenditure requests. 12. The missions for which budget expenditure requests are submitted should align with the development directions of the urban area, province, group of provinces, and local administrative organizations. 13. It is a project plan included in the Local Development Plan, which has been approved by the Sub-District Administrative Organization Council as applicable in accordance with the regulations for coordinating the preparation for Provincial Development Plan by local administrative organizations, as outlined in the Ministry of Interior Regulations on the Preparation of Development Plans for Local Administrative Organization, BE 2548, its amendments and authorized by local executive, or admission transferred from the central government to local administrative organizations in accordance with the law governing the formulation of plans and procedure for decentralizing power to local administrative organizations, or the establishment of frameworks and goals for public service provision by local administrative organizations. 14. Implement accordance with the provisions of the Constitution of the Kingdom of Thailand, BE 2560, the Public Financial Management Act, BE 2561, the Budgeting Procedures Act, BE 2561, and other relevant laws, regulations, and cabinet resolutions related to the preparation of the annual expenditure budget in full. 15. The procedure for submitting annual expenditure budget requests by local administrative organizations is as follows. 1. In the case of local administrative organizations submitting budget requests directly to the Budget Bureau. 1.1. Bangkok and Pattaya City should submit the budget expenditure request to the Minister of the Interior for submission to the Director of the Budget Bureau. 1.2. Provincial administrative organizations, metropolitan municipalities, cities, and sub-districts should submit budget expenditure requests directly to the Minister of the Interior to the Local Government Budget Management Information System, with the Department of Local Administration compiling and providing recommendations for the Minister of the Interior's consideration for submission to the Director of the Budget Bureau. 2. In the case of local administrative organizations submitting budget expenditure requests through the Department of Local Administration, Ministry of the Interior, including sub-district municipalities and sub-district administrative organizations, they should submit their requests for the expenditure budget to the Department of Local Administration, proposing the budget through the Provincial Local Administration and the Provincial Governor. 16. Local administrative organizations should proceed within the time frame specified in the annual budget expenditure calendar as approved by the Cabinet based on the proposal from the Budget Bureau. 17. Local administrative organizations should assign one executive to be responsible for coordinating the organization's budget matters and notify the Budget Bureau in writing. 18. For the next fiscal year, the Budget Bureau will set the criteria and procedure for preparing additional expenditure budget requests. The preparation of the budget for local administrative organizations must be for projects, activities included in the local development plan with the following guidelines. The Budget Bureau prioritizes the allocation of budgets to local administrative organizations, distributing funds for the development of areas for the benefit of the people to improve their quality of life and create a livable community while enabling the local population to become more self-reliant. The Budget Bureau is a key mechanism in driving modern and trustworthy government policies.